In today's video, we are going to explore some of the more interesting elements of the recent virtual reality game, Jurassic World Aftermath, and how it introduces some interesting elements to the wider lore. This is a more condensed breakdown of the full gameplay footage, which fellow Jurassic fan Brent Capel provided us with. Of key note throughout the game is the Velociraptors, and in particular the presence of 3 new Velociraptors who were bred in secret at the NMS Centre as a part of a special project which Dr. Wu ended up overseeing. This program was experimenting with genetic modifications to the code of the Velociraptors, and we learned that things like social hormones and also responses to audio stimuli were being experimented with to see if the raptors' intelligence and also their response to human interaction could be augmented and influenced. Interestingly, whilst this research goes a step above the work of the Ibris project, it was done in secret, with neither Hoskins or Owen Grady aware of it. We also question whether Simon Masrani was made fully aware of this shady side project that Dr. Wu was working on. Another interesting thing to note here is the direct tie-in to Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. At a later stage in the game, we actually connect directly to Lockwood Manor to discuss the mission we're on with Dr. Wu. And during these meetings, Eli Mills is referenced extensively, implying that the plan which we see come to fruition in Fallen Kingdom was in fact in the works just 2 years after the Jurassic World incident. Of particular note here is the fact that the deal changes at the very end of the game to helping to acquire DNA from Blue, suggesting that the game actually factors in as a fun prelude to the events of Fallen Kingdom, with the assets retrieved from Nublar during the game's events directly contributing to the research and eventual development of the Indoraptor. It is also worth noting that Lockwood Manor is listed as the backup facility for Isla Nublar, which does have us curious as to just how connected Eli Mills was with certain elements of the InGen operation. Lastly, there are a few details which hint nicely towards events in Jurassic World Dominion. Ian Malcolm is present in the game in the form of an audio recording from a speech which he gave at an event, and during this recording he mentions course correction after the events of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World.
It's sensitive and temporal, and the smallest event has the potential to create catastrophic change, to hurl us down a terrifying new path, and we'll never see it coming. We'll never know the cause. The only question is,
can we correct it?
Exactly.
Something which we are confident we will see more of in Dominion as the consequences of the films prior to the sequel are laid bare. Furthermore to this, we also get the reveal that Blue was created during a period in which Dr. Wu was experimenting with monitor lizard polymers raised specifically to promote parthenogenesis, or asexual reproduction, implying that Blue may potentially be able to birth offspring on her own in Dominion. What this may mean for the upcoming sequel is unclear, but it is interesting that Blue may still be the most viable way for raptors to be reintroduced into the mainstream franchise. The game has lots of fun details packed in, including Dilophosaurs nesting in the geothermal plant, and also a fun visual nod to the original Visitors Center, all of which help to add a lot of depth to the franchise. We are greatly impressed by how much the game appears to build up the character of Dr. Wu, making him more of the sinister and calculating scientist we see in Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. It is safe to say that this game did a lot more than we were expecting on the Canon front, so we hope to see even more from it in the near future. With that said, what did you think of some of the reveals in Jurassic World Aftermath? A massive thanks to Brent for making this video possible, and do let us know in the comments below what you thought of everything we discussed. Make sure you subscribe here on the Jurassic Park podcast for even more content in the future.